Under criminal law, the prosecution may have to prove different or additional elements depending on whether a person is charged as a principal or merely as an accomplice. In State v. Sowell, a Maryland court considered whether presence is a necessary element to convict a person as a principal. Brian Sowell worked for Recycling Incorporated, which paid its employees in cash. One morning, Sowell called the company's office manager and asked when the payroll for that day would be ready. The office manager said it would be ready around noon. Sowell picked up his pay around 12:30. About an hour later, while Sowell was out on his recycling route, 3 men with guns entered the office and demanded that the office manager hand over the payroll cash. The men grabbed the money and fled. Sowell and the other men met later to split up the money. Sowell and the men were charged with armed robbery. At trial, witnesses testified that Sowell was the mastermind who planned the robbery. A jury convicted Sowell as a principal in the second degree to the robbery, concluding that Sowell was present at the scene of the crime. Sowell appealed, and the Maryland Court of Special Appeals reversed the conviction, holding that the evidence at trial was insufficient to prove that Sowell was either actually or constructively present at the crime scene. The state appealed to the Maryland Court of Appeals.